Everything is easy when you are busy, but nothing is easy when you are lazy. Swami Vivekananda. Good morning, dear children. Welcome to Max class. Standard 7. Today our topic is inverse proportion. Today we are going to discuss about inverse proportion. Topics to be covered: definition of inverse proportion, conditions for two quantities to be in inverse proportion, to find out the missing quantity when two quantities are in inverse proportion, and the last one, difference between the direct and inverse proportion. Let us see a definition of inverse proportion. Two quantities x and y are said to be in inverse proportion if an increase in x leads to a decrease in y in such a way that the product remains constant. Therefore, x into y is constant. Let us see examples for inverse variations. Work and time are in inverse proportion because more the number of workers, lesser will be the time required to complete a job. Then speed and time are in inverse proportion because higher the speed, the lower is the time taken to cover a distance. Population and quantity of food are in inverse proportion because if the population increases, food availability decreases. From that we can conclude if two quantities vary inversely, their product is a constant. Therefore, xy is constant. Let me explain through example problem. 60 workers can spin a bale of cotton in 7 days. In how many days will 42 workers spin it? Solution: let x be the required number of days. So we can frame a tabular column. Here two quantities are given. The quantities are number of workers and number of days. 60 workers can complete the work in 7 days. So we can write 60 and 7 in the table as shown on the screen. Then we are supposed to find the days, number of days taken by 42 workers. So we can write 42 and x in the table as shown on the screen. Here, as the number of workers increases, number of days will decreases. So it is in inverse proportion. So we can multiply the product. We can multiply the values. So x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. That is 60 into 7 equal to 42 into x. So x equals 60 into 7. That 42 we can transfer to the next opposite side. So 60 into 7 by 42. Then we can cancel with the 7th table. 7 6 are 42. Therefore, x equals 60 by 6. Then we can cancel with the 6th table. 6 tens are 60. Therefore, x equals 10. In 10 days, 42 workers can spin a bale of cotton. We'll see one more example from exercise problem. A toy company requests 36 machines to produce car toys in 54 days. How many machines would be required to produce the same number of car toys in 81 days? Solution: let x be the required number of machines. So we can frame a tabular column. The two quantities are number of machines and number of days. In 54 days, here the number of machines and number of days. We have written all the values in the tabular column. So we are going to find out number of how many machines we needed to produce the same number of car toys in 81 days. Here number of days increases, so number of machines must decreases. As the number of days increases, number of machines will decreases. So it is an inverse proportion. So multiply the values. So x1 into y1 equal to x2 into y2. Therefore, 36 into 54 equal to x into 81. Then we can transfer 81 to the other side. So 36 into 54 by 81 equal to x. Then we can cancel with the ninth table. 9 6 are 54 and 9 9s are 81. So the numerator will be 36 into 6 divided by 9 equal to x. 36 into 6 and divided by 9 equal to x. Then again we can cancel with the ninth table. 9 4s are 36. Then the numerator will be 4 into 6 and the denominator will be 1. Then x is equals 4 into 6 is 24. Therefore, answer 24 machines would be required to produce the same number of car toys in 81 days. I hope you all have understood today's topic. Now we will see the difference between direct and inverse proportion. In this video, we will learn how to solve the examples of direct and inverse proportion. The examples are on the screen. Read them very carefully. Let us now analyze the first example. 7 kg onions cost 140 rupee. So write 7 kg and 140 rupee in the table as shown on the screen. Here we are supposed to find the cost of 12 kg of onions. So we can write 12 kg and question mark as shown on the screen. Let us analyze example 2. Here 5 workers complete the work in 12 days. So write 5 and 12 in the table as shown on the screen. Here we are supposed to find the number of days taken by 6 workers. So 6 and question mark as shown in the screen. Let us think whether the examples are in direct proportion or inverse proportion. So we note that the quantity of onions increases from 7 to 12. So what will be its effect on the cost? Naturally, as we buy more quantity, we need to pay more. That is, the cost must increases. So both values are increases. So we have direct proportion in example 1. So in direct proportion, we can divide the values. In example 2, we note that the number of workers increases from 5 to 6. So what will be its effect on the number of days? Definitely, as the number of workers increases, the time required to complete the work decreases. Thus, we note that one value increases and the other value decreases. So, we have inverse proportion in example 2. So, we can multiply the values. So, in direct proportion, divide the values. In inverse proportion, multiply the values. Solution. Let the cost of 12 kg onions be x. So we are going to divide the values. So we can get 7 by 140 equal to 12 by x. Then we can cross multiply the values. 7 into x equal to 12 into 140. Then we can transfer x to the right hand side. So x equals 12 into 140 by 7. Then we can cancel with the seventh table. 7 ones are 7 20s are. So x equals 12 into 20. So x equal to 240 rupee. Therefore, the cost of 12 kg onions is 240 rupee. In example 2, let the number of days required by 6 workers be x. So we can get, here we are going to multiply the values. So we can write 5 into 12 equal to 6 into x. We can rewrite it as 6 into x equal to 5 into 12. Then x equals, we can transfer 6 to the right hand side. So 5 into 12 by 6. Then we can cancel with the sixth table. 6 ones are and 6 twos are. Therefore x equal to 5 into 2, that equal to x equal to 10. Therefore 6 workers require 10 days to complete the work. In this module, we have learnt two quantities x and y are said to be in inverse proportion if an increase in x causes a proportional decrease in y in such a manner that the product of their corresponding values remains constant. Then if xy equal to k, then x and y are said to vary inversely. Now it's time for homework. Exercise 4.2. 40 workers can do a project work in 8 days. Then how many workers can do the same project in 4 days? Here the two quantities are number of workers and number of days. If number of days decreases, number of workers will increases. So multiply the values. 40 into 8 equal to x into 4. From that we can find x value. It takes 60 days for 10 machines to dig a hole. Assuming that all machines work at the same speed, how long will it take 30 machines to dig the same hole? Here the two quantities are number of days and number of machines. And number of machines increases, number of days will decreases. So it is an inverse proportion. So multiply the values and find out x. I hope you can do the problems correctly and send it on time in group. Thank you, dear students.